Hello everyone, my name is B-rad and welcome back to F1 24 Manager. Today we are back with a icon, or should I say more or less, we're back on F1 Manager for the first time in like 5 days as of recording this. I'm pretty much going to be getting this uploaded it's going to be uploaded today as I'm recording this, but it's been a bit since we had done Formula 1 management. So let's get to it. Last time we did Saudi Arabia. We didn't do too bad. We ended up getting a podium for Bottas. Carlos Sainz didn't do as good. He hasn't been doing as good this year because, again, the car isn't really as good as Ferrari, which also Ferrari is not doing good this year, so yeah. Also, we gave Carlos Sainz a not so good of a strategy, so that's why he's pretty much 6th in the standings. But before we go any further, I just want to say if you are enjoying this so far, I really would appreciate it if you like and subscribe if you're new around here, so that way you don't miss any content from me. If you want to watch my channel, of course, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video from me, as I do upload every day. And I also have Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram. I do stream every day on Twitch, and I obviously do occasionally post here and there on TikTok and Instagram. I would appreciate it if you click the link and hit the follow button, as well as there's the playlist for this LP in particular, for the Road to Glory career mode LP, and also a post down below that I would appreciate if you vote. So that way, so that way you can see what team you want me to choose. So for the next team that we'll do after this, it's either after this season or after next year, but I hope it's after this season, so that way I can kind of give this LP a break. But who knows? Either way, Piastri won the last race at Saudi Arabia, so we have 2 different winners so far this season. Fernando Alonso just got his first podium of the year. He moves up to 3rd place in the Drivers' Championship. Take a look at the Constructors, though. We are P2, which we are doing good this year. So the goal is to be 4th in the game goals, but I think the number one goal for me, anyway, is top 3 Constructors, because I feel like we can do better than Ferrari, which right now we're doing better than Ferrari and Red Bull with Valtteri carrying. So yeah, hopefully Carlos Sainz, though, does get some points and some wins, hopefully, and some podiums here and there throughout the year. So again, Carlos Sainz is getting used to the team. That's why I'm not really giving him the painful slap on the wrist. But hopefully he'll start getting better by mid-season or race 5, hopefully, or race whatever we get to. I feel like we should be getting better. I feel like next episode is where we will get to that point with him. But again, we're not doing good in the pit challenge as always. We always been lacking in the DHL Fast Pit Stop Challenge. Currently, McLaren leads it by 20 points over Alpine. Also, this is the full standings, by the way, as of heading into the Australian GP. Mercedes hasn't done really good this year. Aston hasn't either, but yeah. But taking a look, though, at the F2 Championship for the Constructors, Trident is currently winning the Constructors at the moment. Prema, who was the Constructors champions last year, they are 7th right now in the championship. But if we take a look at the Drivers' Championship, Kimi Antonelli just won his first race of the season and first podium of the year, as well as points on the year so far. He has Gabriel Barreto, Isaac Hadjar, Victor Martins, Jack Crawford, Franco Colapinto challenging him for the championship this year, so we'll see how that goes. Rookie Lamblad for F2, he's doing pretty good. He's P9 in the championship so far. We'll see where he goes. And then if we take a look at our F3 champion, which was Dino, if you take a look at the 2024 season, he did win the F3 championship. If we take a look, again, at the F2 championship for the drivers, he is not doing very well. As a matter of fact, he hasn't scored a point this season whatsoever. But again, it's a new season. Anything can happen here in Formula One, F2 or F3 if that matters. So it's only uphill from here for him. For F3, High Tech is currently leading the championship with a win in the constructors. MP Motorsport got a podium so far in the year. Trident, Prima also got a podium as well, but they're not doing as good. Henri Cardell is leading the F3 championship right now, as of this season. We'll take a look and see where Abby Pulling is. She is P7 right now in the F3 championship, so she's doing really good this year in F3. I think it was only one race for F3, right? Yeah, it was only one race. But there is a race today for all the racing series today here at Australia, so we'll see how that goes. We're going to take a look here at the mailbox, post-race data. So it looks like we need to... an update on Red Bull, who are one of our rivals this season. Our car has better DRS effectiveness performance. That doesn't sound right. Yeah, one stop was better strategy. Taking a look, everything passed except for the suspension for Valtteri's car. Granted, he has been kicking some butt in that car as of late, so we'll just tell him that, hey, don't damage the suspension too much. But we do have enough chassis now to go ahead and apply the new chassis. And taking a look at the car with this new chassis, we are first in the cornering aspect of the car. So we're good there on that side. We should have... Yeah, we're going to get 2 underfloors here for the Grand Prix weekend, obviously. Have we done a side project? Yes, we have. And a front wing as well before this. So, I want to see if we can do a project maybe in the front wing, in the rear wing. As we are not doing very well in the, not really doing well in the speed or DRS effectiveness department. I think this might be a good upgrade, but we are going to lose stats, so 2:11.6. I want to check the cornering, though, for second best car on the grid, which is McLaren. So, I think it's not bad of a risk to go with a kind of a rear wing like that, kind of a design of rear wing. So, we'll go ahead and actually get this get this design up and running for the rear wing. So we'll see how this goes. But I mean, it's not really much of a gain. We do gain on DRS effectiveness, which is good, but we need to keep in mind that we do not have a whole lot of money. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead now and just get on going here. Kimi Antonelli is 80 rated, as we established in the F2 Championship. He is now 80 rated as of now. Car part test center is upgraded or refurbished. Suspension now has a new upgrade. We'll go ahead and research that, or manufacture said suspension. So maybe we can actually take a look at an underfloor possibility design of it. I don't think it'll be as good, but let's see here. Let's actually take a look at a new design of the underfloor. Would it even be worth it to invest in another underfloor design? I don't think it will. Yeah, it's to a point where it's not even worth it at all. Yeah, it's not even worth our time, to be honest. And the difference is very small. I'll say that. It's very small of a difference. We only gain like 1 or 2 in some stats on cornering, and then 1 of acceleration is like the biggest gain we'll probably get. So I think So those under 4 is gonna be worth it. So we're obviously gonna get an under 4, so I'll just keep it on Carlos's Sauber. So there's that. So we're not gonna do another upgrade of the under 4. Suspension's getting low on stock. Well, we're getting a new project then, so that shouldn't be an issue. Rear wing is now manufactured. Very good. We have a new design now of side pods to help, I believe, with top speed. Yeah, kind of the main, one of the other main changes. We are running low then on money, so we will not be upgrading the car any further. And it's actually around the time that I would not upgrade the car anymore, because it's actually not. There was no point in upgrading this car any more than it needs to be. So 1 suspension, 2 under 4. Do we have anything else to put on the car? It doesn't look like we do. Let's see what this suspension's all about. Yeah, let's see what this all oh, it's a dip in the performance. Let's take a look and see what this difference is. It is a small difference, though. But Carlos does indeed get a huge low speed buff. Huge low speed buff. So high speed, I think, will be a loss, I think. Let's compare this to the McLarens. Yeah. Alright, so let's see. We're still quicker than the McLaren. Now it's not going to be as much in the medium speed aspect of things. Interesting. Interesting. So we'll go ahead and put the normal suspension back on. We're getting 12 of low speed and some... Actually, let me see. I wonder if... hold on. Hold up. I want to see something. I wonder if it's anything really worth it, really. That's the $1,000,000 question. Is this upgrade going to even be necessary for me to even consider? I doubt it. We'll see. I mean, it's going to drop us in the low speed, though, in the medium speed, though. Yeah. What if we just put all of our tier period? Not that I'm saying I will, because we don't have enough money. So let's see. What does it do? Same result. So that's not even worth it. Alright. Car science is now positive. Car performance is an issue, yeah. I'm pretty sure Ferrari had that problem last year, where car performance was an issue. Yeah, we're gonna get a huge amount of top speed though. I think we're gonna be decent here in this race. I think we are gonna be decent this race. I think, right? No, 15th. I don't believe the game on that one. I don't believe it. Because we got that huge ass high speed though. Alright, so we're gonna beat the... I say we're probably gonna beat everybody, honestly, in terms of cornering, but everybody else, I don't think so. Mercedes? Depends. Alpine? I think we're going to be right up there where we were last race. Alpine, we're going to beat them. Williams, easily. Haas, same thing. RB, same thing. And then Aston, we all know, same thing. So we're going to be kind of towards the top half still. 12th is I'm going to put them. 12th and 14th for both of our drivers. I think this car is eligible for points.
It's wonderful to be back down under for the
I know it
Australian
is.
Grand Prix.
I know this car is going to be really good. So we are now ready for the Australian GP weekend. This is the setup for the weekend. And then we're going to obviously swap Baltas out for Kimmy. Add and hit B, thank you. But you never know, I could have done it by accident. So again, this is the setup for both of our drivers. Alright. I think it's going to get to a point where I don't even know if we'll need a custom setup or a setup at this point in the game as far as LP. I don't think it will be worth it all that much. So let's go ahead and practice here.
Green light.
Alright, let's go. Let's go. Alpine has both of their reserves. I'm pretty sure Alpine has a new lineup.
How are the tires?
The tires are on the cold side.
I remember that Aston
How
Martin,
are the tires? Temperature?
Alpine,
Some are on low side.
I think Aston Martin and Alpine are the only teams that have like new lineups, like brands making new lineups. Oh, and Haas. And RB as well. Like, I'm pretty sure half the grid has new teams, new drivers in the team, or new driver lineups. Alpine, Haas, Aston Martin, RB, Alpine, Aston, RB, Haas. I'm forgetting the team. Hold on. So Aston Martin, Williams,
How are the tires looking?
Haas. No, not Williams. RB Alpines. I think like 4 out of the 5 teams,
Try to keep the temperatures up.
or 4 of the 10 teams, have new spanking new lineups. So that would mean like 6 of the remaining teams either stuck with their lineup or have kept half of their lineup the year before. And we would be on that team that has kept half of the lineup, has kept a decent amount of their driver lineup. We are a brand new team now, basically, as far as new staff and everything. So technically, we are one of those teams that have changed completely, but not yet.
Okay.
We still have people from last year in the team, but it's completely overridden by me in particular, as far as staff changes. I think next year is the year we're gonna have the car. This year ain't gonna be it because we're just not gonna be competitive towards McLaren or Red Bull. Just not gonna be quick enough. I hope Carlos Sainz gets better next year, because I'm kind of banking on him to be pretty much the veteran of the team. Like, have him as the veteran in the team, and then we have a young driver. I'm probably going to give Kimi Antonelli an offer when we get to, I believe, it's either going to be Monza or, no, not Monza, that's too late in the year. I say I'm probably going to give Kimi Antonelli an offer by Imola. That or, hang on. So it's either going to be Imola or Monaco. I'm going to give him an offer. It's going to be before Spa that I want to submit offers to people, because teams and drivers and other staff get all their offers in before the Dutch Grand Prix, after Spa. So I think the best thing for me to do is get all the offers in before Spa. So I'm basically pretty much giving Kimi Antonelli a contract. It's not going to matter if Valtteri is going to do any good
Yeah, good. Good job.
this year or not.
Yes,
Like, I don't care if he's champion or not, he's not getting another offer from me. As a matter of fact, he's not staying in the team next year, because as much as I love to keep Valtteri, I assure you I want to keep him, but the problem is that, you know, I already have a good driver in the team, and that's Carlos Sainz. He's younger and he's higher rated on paper anyway. So it's like, I'm probably going to lock in on Sainz and get rid of Valtteri. It would have been different if I got rid of Joe Guan Yu for an old man, like Antonio Giovinazzi, or like, if it would have been different entirely if I got rid of like, instead of getting Carlos in, I would have probably grabbed Giovinazzi or Mick Schumacher into the team as a 1-year driver deal, where I get to have basically a replacement driver for a year and then figure out my lineup from there. Because that's what I would have done, and probably what I should have done, but Carlos Sainz was already up for grabs. Like he was on last season's contract, so it would make more sense for me to give Valtteri a year extension and give Carlos Sainz a shot at the team. You know what I mean? I could have probably done Alonso. I could have probably got Alonso, but oh well, it is what it is. Actually, he would have been too expensive anyways.
How are temperatures?
He would have been expensive, let me tell you. Lando Norris is quickest at the moment. FP1's done. FP1 is officially over, and Lando Norris quickest in the session. So we got some decent development in for Kimi. That's really good. Good stuff. Good stuff from him. Valtteri is only going to get about 6 practice sessions this entire year in FP1. That's just FP1. He's only going to get 6 FP1 appearances because of sprint races, so other than that,
And that should be the green light now.
alright. So yeah, Valtteri only gets about 6 FP1 weekends. And then, so basically if you add everything up, he would get about 54 practice sessions, right? Well, no, wait, that's wrong, because you don't have an FP3, FP2 in there. So it's 18, 18, so 36, so it would be 42 practice sessions for Valtteri. Yeah, that'd be 42. 42 practice sessions for Valtteri. One of which that I don't control, one of which I can control them. The other one, I just replace them.
Copy, copy.
So Carlos has been good for car setups. Valtteri though, not so much. Not so much for Valtteri, though. He has not been that great when it comes to driver setups.
How is the balance for you, Valtteri?
Keep the same.
Copy. Yep.
No change.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, Carlos Sainz optimal. So they're ready for next episode for practice setups. Alright. Okay. Alrighty. Alright. FP2 is done. And Oscar Piastri was quickest in the session. Ferrari, what the fuck am I seeing? Alright, we'll simulate FP3 here. Yeah, I'm already looking at the video for NASCAR 5 Kermit Part 28. It did not do well. Didn't do well, not as well as I would have wanted, especially when I haven't done a video on it on NASCAR 5 in a while, but I mean, it is what it is. There was one video where I got massive traction, and that was Part 25, when I didn't play it for a couple of days. This I didn't play for about almost a month. That I would get. You know what I mean? That I would understand having playing, you know. That's a different ball game if I haven't played it over a month, but I just wish I got more views. That's my whole thing.
Okay, that's the green light now.
But that is what it is. It is what it is. Alright. Q1. Let's see if they both have 2 laps. Lewis, thank you for getting out of the way when you could. Thank you. No traffic in lap 2. Good. Carlos, better please. Alright, let's see what Carlos Sainz can get in Q1. It is better.
Over the line, more charge.
Was until Valtteri just said, "Pew!" Right on by. See ya.
We need the fast in lap.
Not bad.
Yeah, copy.
Not bad. I don't know if Valtteri has that god pace or what, but he has been really fucking quick. I don't know, but he's been really, really, really fast. Really, really quick. Really, really, really quickly. Really, really quick. Alright, Q1 is over and George Russell was quickest in the session. What? Mercedes, what is this kind of pace? Hamilton, Porsche, Perez, Lawson, and Ricciardo out of Q2. What is going on? Hamilton. What the fuck? Hamilton. At this rate, he might retire in Ferrari because of how shit they are. Like, fuck, honestly, I'm probably better off buying his contract at the end of the year. Holy shit. Because of how poorly it is out there, man.
More charge and box is lap.
Copy.
We are currently P1. Slow in. Copy.
And Carlos missed it by half a second. Damn. And Carlos Sainz barely made it. Wow. Max Verstappen quickest in Q2. Carlos Sainz barely made it in. Logan Sargent, Felipe Dragovich, Ocon, Magnussen, and Emil Lusa do not advance to Q3. That was really uncalled for, Carlos. You just cut that very close. I think he's just not used to the car of this being I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Carlos. Is he having like a mid-career crisis right now? What is going on? A midlife crisis over here, man?
Okay,
What is going on? I understand it could probably be that he's not used to the Mercedes power. I would understand that. I would understand that. And Science actually did better this time.
In lap.
Yeah.
Currently in P2. That was a really good lap.
Alright. And Max Verstappen goes quickest in qualifying. We're starting 4th and 6th. Carlos actually doing better. It's really interesting. Alright.
Well, the fans here are...
Alright, let's see. We do not have an extra medium. But I think we can make this strategy work for what it is, so... One, two, three, four, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Let's see. Alright, this is probably the strategy I'm going to get out of Carlos here. So we'll be pushing in the middle of the run as we get later into the race. I think for Valtteri it's a different story. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Maybe conserve. Nope. It's gonna be weak. Alright, Valtteri is gonna be pushing on the hard tires right off the bat. So he is going to be pushing the living Jesus out of him. Carl Sainz actually did better than Valtteri. That's actually impressive. That's like really impressive.
Carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway. This race should be a good chance to see what Valtteri Bottas can manage.
They must be excited to start 6th, but it's a long race, so they need to keep a cool head.
Right, let's get to it then. Get ready for the Australian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Alright, lights out and away we go. Here at Australia. Valtteri lost the spot. That is kind of the con of having the hotter tires out really early on in the race.
Mode push. Copy.
But we're going to get that huge momentum. Look at this. Carlos Sainz up to 3rd already. Very good. Valtteri fastest lap. Very good.
Overtake available.
I think I saw Valtteri have enough battery, I think. Nope, I was heavily mistaken. It's heavily mistaken. There we go. There we go. Alright.
Suddenly having the loss of grip. Check everything in the car.
Up, under 4 damage. We do have a new underfloor coming in, so that's not bad, but it could be worse. So it looks like he'll have the loss of
Okay, Valtteri, there is a car in the wall, so watch for debris.
4 shares, the
Here
reason.
we are, we're looking at turn 11. And makes contact with the wall. And they'll have to pick themselves up after that.
Alright, Valtteri, time to pit.
Our window is open. Trying to pull on a bit.
Let's see.
Copy.
2.8, not bad. 2.8, not bad. Yep, that's gonna hurt Valtteri there with that under 4 damage. It's really gonna hurt him. I hope Carlos doesn't get the damage. Really hope he doesn't. 2.8 as well. Alright, Valtteri in his pit window.
Now it looks to be Lewis Hamilton involved in that.
Oh no, Hamilton!
You can take a look now. Now here, we're taking
Uh-oh.
turn 6.
Aww.
And there's the contact. That will have knocked their confidence, I'm sure.
That's
And
gonna...
look at the team there. They all knew what that moment meant.
Ferrari just getting worse luck. 2.8, that's not really gonna help us in the pit challenge.
Everything
It's
is
really
ready.
not. It's really not gonna help all that much. So let's see. Gasly and Alonso still have to pit. And we're gonna come in right ahead of Verstappen. .8, man, the consistency of pit stops, that's not even gonna get us points. Yeah, pit stops are at like 2.3s, yeah, we're not getting there. I hate to break it to you. We might get a podium out of both of them, but that's if we get to Alonso. If we can just get past Verstappen, we may have a shot at second. What is Red Bull doing, bro? You're not gonna have enough tire. This is, bro, this traffic. Lap traffic has been a pain in our ass. I think Alonso is gonna lose major time. Venus pits. Fuck this game when it comes to lap traffic. We could have been on fucking, we could have been with the leaders right now. We could have been with the leaders. Lando's about to win this race too.
And here we've got
Fuck
a yellow
me.
flag.
It's not even gonna matter. Hamilton
Let's take a
spins it.
closer look. Everything's all right here. Oh no, that's not how to do it. And I wonder, could they have done anything about that?
Alright, well, they're now gonna make it on fuel.
No lift off.
Copy.
Yeah, they have hards at the end. I think we should have done that. But I personally don't know if it would matter. Well,
Or overtake.
Lando Norris is gonna win. And then you have Verstappen second, and here comes Carlos Sainz to grab his first podium of the year.
He's first over the line.
First podium of the season
Fuel saving.
for Carlos Sainz. Valtteri comes home P4. That's really good points for the team. Oh. Valtteri's out of gas.
Nice. Great weekend for the team. Thank you, guys.
Interesting.
Was a good job for your side.
That was
Now,
That
wasn't
was
that a seriously
really
good
interesting.
drive from Carlos Sainz?
That was an excellent performance. They set out with a great strategy, and it paid off with an impressive podium finish.
The team has been waiting patiently there, and you can see just how much it means to each and every one of them. And Carlos Sainz heading up to the podium now, the Spaniard adding another to his record.
That marks their first podium of the season too. A proud moment.
Well, it wasn't exactly a walk in the park, but it was a thrilling weekend here for us all at the Australian Grand Prix. So then, Karun, how do you think the Sauber team will be feeling after that?
They'll certainly be pleased to have made the podium. A job well done for sure.
And that's about that for this weekend here in Melbourne.
Next round will see us head east as F1 prepares for the Japanese Grand Prix. We'll see you at Suzuka, a firm favourite for the drivers.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Australian Grand Prix. Lando Norris picks up the race win after a pretty much a good race that McLaren gave him for this Grand Prix. Verstappen comes home in second place. Carlos Sainz picking up third place for the day. Both drivers getting spots from the race start. But either way, though, we got some good points. Perez gets his first points of the year. Fernando Alonso also grabs fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Felipe Dragovich will have to wait before he gets his first points this season. And so far, not a single rookie has scored a point. It would be Felipe Dragovich that would be winning the Rookie of the Year race over Theo Pourchaire, Emil Alusa, and Liam Lawson. So there's that as well. Take a look at the constructors, though. We ended up staying ahead of McLaren, or staying ahead of Red Bull and Ferrari. We gained massive points from fourth on back, but we lost points to Red Bull. McLaren continues to pull away from us as RB and Haas switch positions. Valtteri Bottas and Lando Norris are effectively tied right now going into the Japanese Grand Prix. Obviously, Carlos Sainz getting his first podium of the season. That is going to really help things out in the Drivers' Championship once we go into Japan, as well as the Constructors. But McLaren, again, pretty much it's a battle between the top 6 drivers, realistically, with 3 different teams. So we'll see how everything goes. Lando jumps up to second. We go Valtteri up to first. Verstappen now 4th. Alonso down to 5th place. Red Bull's just not been giving these guys some strategies to win races. Gasly moves up to 8th, Russell up to 9th, Hamilton down to 10th place, and they got Perez, who's now 11th in the championship. And then you have, now both Alpine drivers will switch positions around for 19th. Once again, we do not bring home points for the DHL Fastest Pit Stop Challenge. Aston Martin now moves up to 2nd in that regard. Ferrari moves up to 5th, so Ferrari can do something with their pit times, but we're not going to be able to, and we earn some decent amount of cash as well. And that's going to pretty much do it here at Australia for the Australian Grand Prix. And we're going to end it here for this episode. With that, I would really appreciate if you like and subscribe if you're new around here in the channel. And I would really also appreciate if you hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss another video from me, as I do upload every day. Also, I have an Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch as well. I would appreciate if you follow me on there as well, as I do stream on Twitch every day. Occasionally post on Instagram and TikTok, but also have a post down below for you to vote for the next Road to Glory career save. Also, again, you also have access to the F1 Manager playlist for the Road to Glory as well to follow up after Season 1. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and see you guys in the next episode. But with that, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace out, everybody. Ciao.